We're on our way to go and pick up some tubing. Little Caesars is life. Mitsubishi pistons. That's what it's like in the old GMC. It's come down to the time when Daniel gets his present from Grandpa.
Oh!
What do you think about that, Danielle?
Nice. Did you do that?
No, he did. He asked how to spell Danielle, and I gave him that. He didn't know your name was Daniel. That's all right, though.
Thanks, Grandpa. Thanks for the nice hammer.
He said you were beating the shaft with a framing hammer, and he said, you need a smooth hammer.
I definitely was.
We're on our way to Bothell, or the Fremont Troll or something. This is Snowmagheddon 2019 in Washington.
Scared.
Crazy. Say hello to the camera, Shelly.
I'm so startled.
Snowmagheddon has definitely begun. Looks like we'll never make it back, and we got a race next week. Probably not happening. Heavy snow in the afternoon commute, boys. It's on. We're on our way to the metal place in Seattle. That's a guy heading the wrong way in the middle lane of the intersection. Here we go. Here we go. You're gonna see him here in a second. Oh, you see him there? Yeah, getting out of the way. Idiots. We got a new idea. Daniel's just gonna run to Online Metals and meet me back in the gridlock. It's pretty far away, but you know, he's just gonna come back with the pipes. So that's him heading off there. And there he is, guys. We made it about 4 blocks, and Daniel found the pipes. So looks like he won the race. Looks like you won the race there, Shelly. What do you think? How was the jog? How was the store?
It's pretty good.
Look at that hook on the back.
Oh, what the fuck?
Here we go, team. We got our little material stuff here, covered in snow. Compliments of Daniel hitting it up against the shop. Okay. What we're gonna make here.
Did you get it on video of you smacking into the door?
Absolutely not. We're gonna make a little strut brace on here because we've lost all rigidity this way on the struts. So I'm gonna start building plates for either side. Daniel's gonna start making pipe that we're gonna cut at angles to land in these 2 spots. Where this circle is where we're gonna weld a little pipe to come up. And Daniel's gonna do it in 6 cuts.
Cut it out of metal.
The pizza's getting crispy.
Is it actually working alright?
It totally is. We'll start with a little drawing. What do you got going on back here, Super Chief?
Why do you do this to me? You're the worst type of person. The idea is going to be that the total gap between them is roughly 44 1/4. We're going to kick it back 5 3/4 at 25 degrees to clear this pipe. And the middle section is going to be 2/3, with each leg being 1/3 total of the overall length. Hopefully it all works out. This is roughly what it's going to look like.
This is how CAD templates work. Sometimes you miss by a lot. But luckily, you know, the bolts are there anyways. You just cut them out where they actually land. Got them. Mostly that turned out good enough. We'll run it more or less like that. I'll start cutting a little deal. And we'll stick a pipe up right here and have them welded up. This is the material we have for plating. This is going to be horrible. I'm going to have to cut through it.
Ideally though, 6 cuts. A section that is 26 point something.
I'm going to take my CAD template. That's cardboard dated drafting. I didn't make that up. I'm not.
Cardboard dated design.
Anyway, I'm going to just kind of trace it out onto this little piece of metal. Then I'm going to flip it onto the other side and see if we can make this guy happen twice somehow. Alrighty boys, we've got a lot of cutting to do. we're gonna go ahead and put our PPE on, personal protective equipment. This is for you. You know who you are.
I don't know if we're gonna have enough power to cut both of these at the same time.
Cut number one. This is what Daniel came up with for his little drawing for his pipes and stuff.
We'll see how wrong it is in a minute.
We'll see how wrong it is in a minute. Pretty neat though. And this is a 1940s pictures of Daniel Tosh. Okay. Smoking a cigarette there, a little Chesterfield. He's trying to say they don't know, I get a free one. He did, in fact, cut something here.
Don't lie to the people, jackass.
I'm sorry I missed it. However, the audio is there because it was recording audio. Spared you the details, but I cut a second one just like the first one. We got them both cleaned up. It's Snowmagheddon, boys. We got 5 or 6 inches on the ground. We're gonna see if it goes anywhere. Bump the clutch! Just bump it! Snowmagheddon 2019. Alright, it didn't go as well as we thought. I had to push him after about 10 feet. He's gonna get a running start this time. Look at those tracks. He hasn't made it far. That's him backing up from the end of the driveway. We've aired down the tires to about 5 psi. We're just gonna probably back it right back up into the garage. Here we go. Starting the old girl up. He already kind of warmed it up. But, you know, he's got to make it past the end of the driveway this time. So, Grandpa, here we come. All right, he's gone this way somewhere. I'm sure I'll catch up in a second. He'll probably be in a ditch. So I'll update you when I see him. And there he is. Look, he made it this far. Just a little update, viewers. It sounds like he's having some issues with traction. He's watching his TPS, and at 3% throttle, he's spinning his tires. However, it's going, and it loses sync at 5,500 RPMs, so that's awful. All right, boys, it's my turn to drive the old girl. I'm shaking, I'm so scared. That's what it's like. Boost. So at will, I can throw fireballs at Daniel. Just like that. Flyby. Just got one hill to go. And I doubt he's going to make it up that one. Oh, God. Daniel's scared to go up the hill alone, so I'm going to pull around him real quick.
I'd rather not jump into the pond.
Because I just pressed my brakes right there, and I just slid the whole way into the ditch.
Good.
So I'm just
Do
gonna.
you want to include this part in the video where you're saying that you were sliding too with studs on that?
Yeah, no, that's why I'm recording right now.
Well, we're hooked up to the truck now because Sean's a little girl and doesn't want to dump our 2-year project straight into the pond right there. We'll see how this goes. I'll just keep it in neutral. Now we're gonna have to explain to Grandpa that yes, the car does run, we just decided to tow it anyway.
We're down at the grandpa's house, and we're going to he's got a little stronger welder.
Yeah,
We're gonna use that one instead. So, right there.
Really?
Yeah.
But he's all bundled up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got infinite fur. We got a husky and a German shepherd, and they both love it.
This is where we're at so far, Timo. We got just a tiny bit of gap. Big old bar across. That's what we're making. So, Daniel's going to remove the bar, which is now welded and complete. I won't show you the welds, okay?
Show them after I grind them.
It's now welded and complete, and now it's hard to get to that bolt on the strut, I see. So he'll grind her down and paint it, and then we'll be on our way. I'm going to work on some wiring harness stuff and try to figure out why our car doesn't like to
Go past
rev
5.
past 5,000 RPM.
Hey.
Lol,
This
so
side is-
random XD.
This is more done. I gotta get something smaller to get in here.
Daniel's working on just cleaning up the welds a little bit on our little guy so that we can paint it. And then I'm working on fixing our loom a little bit because, well, it's been trash up until now. So now I'm going to turn it around and try to figure out why it doesn't rev past 5,000.
Yeah.
Just going to review really quickly here, viewers. Just quickly go over my welds. Just got a painter, and we have a little deal. Maybe launch control will help. No, no. Oh, do you need help?
Bro, I am straight up not having a good time right now. The Celica did it just fine.
The truck did it in rear-wheel drive.
Except for that part over there.
Well, except for that part over there.
Yeah, you want to grab the truck?
Oh, did you want to pull?